Hello there friends, Seasons Life here. In today's video, Astralis on the verge of bankruptcy, Snax a response to the accusations against G2, Simple possibly in talks with a new team, and our top picks for Iem Melbourne, plus a bunch of other exciting news from the world of CS2. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Alright, let's kick off today's video by following up one of the last week's biggest stories. Snax has finally responded to S1MPLE'S comments in an interview. While he didn't drop any spicy hot takes that would fully defend G2, there were still a few interesting points, and I will explain them to you now. For starters, he believes m0NESY shouldn't have done that interview where he talked about Falcons, especially while still playing for G2. He also said that one of the players gave G2 an ultimatum in case HUXI leaves the team. Moreover, according to Snax, NiKo's departure hit everyone hard, and the situation went downhill fast, which kinda agrees with what S1MPLE says. Still, Snax called NiKo the GOAT and said college deserves to win a major. One of the main problems of G2, according to Snax, was facing Falcons. G2 looked tense, and m0NESY clearly underperformed in those games. And looking ahead, Snax said that he wants to give MRQ more freedom and also loosen things up for the team and strengthen their T-sides and also work on their defense, but I guess that's what everybody would say. He also took a jab at analysts and casters, saying it's always easier to hate on players than to actually say something smart about CS. And that's when Richard Lewis chimed in. According to Lewis, the final definitely wasn't fixed, and m0NESY didn't throw the match on purpose, but if they really wanted to be transparent, Taz would have been a better choice for the panel. He added that the next year will probably be rough for G2, and Lewis also doesn't think that they can build a better lineup than the previous one. And finally, he reminded everyone that samurai either fight to the death or commit seppuku to cleanse their shame. Guys, keep in mind that it's just Lewis's opinion, not ours. Anyways guys, if you want to watch a separate video about the G2 downfall, tell us in the comments below, and also vote with your likes. Another story that made the rounds, and honestly it's more sad than serious, were the rumors about Simple joining FURIA. Sounds wild, right? The whole thing started from a drunk FURIA manager who allegedly said that they were in talks with Simple. That quote got picked up by a popular Brazilian blogger, and from there, the internet did its thing, blowing it up even more. But let's be real, Simple's not planning to join FURIA, not even close. This rumor is basically fake news built on top of another fake. But even though, just imagine Fallen leaving the team and Simple joining them. The Brazilian fans would go crazy if it happens. Also, it's a great way for Simple to restart his career because, you know, it's South America. No offense, but it's just like starting in tier 2 in Europe. So maybe he should consider. And speaking of trends, if things keep going this way, it looks like we won't be seeing Simple at the next major either. But what we will see is a ton of fresh faces. No less than 8 teams will be getting their stickers for the very first time. Aurora, Falcons, Metis Sport, Bait, BB Team, Bestia, M80 and Chinggis Warriors. Here's another fun stat, guys. Out of 14 bold predictions made last year, only 3 players actually made it to the major: George, Zweig and Lake. On the other hand, legends like Apex and Kerrigan are about to hit a huge milestone. This will be their 20th major appearance. That's crazy. If we break it down by country, Brazil leads the pack in number of players at the major, followed by Russia, with Sweden and the USA rounding up the top 4. Guys, will players from your countries attend the major? Let us know in the comments below. And while we're still on the topic of MRQs, we've gotta talk about how Blast made sure everything stayed fair during the qualifiers. Basically, how they fought cheaters. First off, players were only allowed to have one monitor at their desk. Before the match, they had to show their setups on camera, and if they were at the boot bootcamp, they had to show the entire room. Throughout the whole game, admins were watching each player's webcam live via Discord. No breaks, no excuses. On top of that, the tournament used the A-Cross anti-cheat, which already proved itself effective during the Joel situation. And as you can see by the results, some of the teams crashed out like hell. So yeah, kudos to Blast. They took the integrity of the qualifiers very seriously. Besides new teams and rules, this qualifier gave us another round of drama. Yeah, Astralis failed to qualify for the major again. That's 5 in a row. Some insiders, like Overdrive for example, claims that Astralis is on the verge of bankruptcy, and things for them are looking rough. At this point, it seems like there are only two options left: either sell the org completely or shut it down. Former player and analyst Bubsky kinda confirmed and denied the rumors at the same time. So according to him, less than 2 years ago, Astralis sold their League of Legends slot and made $23 million of the deal. But the real issue is their performance, or basically lack of it. The current roster is expensive and they're just burning money. And also these $23 million are not like paid instantly. They're cut into parts and paid throughout years. And the biggest problem might come from investors, but considering the market trends, it's unlikely that they'll pull out immediately. Here's a fun fact on which how market reacts to the Astralis news. Some old Astralis stickers skyrocketed in price, making around 150%, which is a lot. After all this, analysts started speculating on where the players might end up. Kassad said he hopes Stavn will find a new home in an international team and will get back to his form. Pimp believes that Device needs to switch teams as well, saying that he doesn't fit Astralis' style, and they themselves clearly don't want to adapt to his. According to Pimp, if Device makes a move now, he still has a shot at saving his career, and I kinda agree. But guys, what do you think about it? Is there still hope for this once legendary Danish team, organization, or players? Or everything that we will get is just sticker prices spike? Personally, I see Astralis as Manchester United Football Club because they were huge, they had an era and all that. But now they're just fading away, slowly dying. Anyways, let's do a quick pre-tournament breakdown about Iem Melbourne and take a look at the top contenders. First up, let's talk about the clear favorites, Vitality and Mouse, I guess? Because honestly, all due respect, I do not believe that anyone will overcome Vitality at this point. But I guess Mouse is close, I can say. Both teams have been dominating ever since their roster changes. Every single player on Vitality roster is just unbelievably good, while Mouse, well, they're just great. Torji finally found his groove, Brolin is doing well as an IGL, Spinks has personal motivation to beat Vitality, so I guess they potentially can, but I don't really believe it. Next we have Navi, a bit of a wild card. They're capable of beating top-tier teams, but they also can crash out early against weaker opponents. Until they fix their internal issues, it's hard to put them on same level as Mouse or Vitality. Falcons are obviously the dark horse among the favorites. All eyes will be on them because there's a good reason. Monacy will finally join them, and everyone's curious about it, about the new structure, how Nico's game will evolve, and how Zonic will handle the pressure inside the team and all that. I mean, could they? Or it's too early to say. We also have the Mongols and FaZe clan, both strong on paper, but they've been slipping lately. FaZe in particular just can't seem to find the right system, and it shows in their results. Then there's Virtus.pro, 3D Max, Gamer Legion, and Team Liquid, all around the same level. But Liquid's situation is the strangest, I should say. Yeah, they swapped IGLs and say they're ready to go full force, but the structure still isn't there. I mean, a month is not enough to build on. Like, I don't expect anything from them, but I guess it will be interesting to watch. But I've got another team that it's even more exciting. It's Complexity. They've proven that you don't need big name players to win games. And if Liquid flops again, Complexity might just become the new #1 team in North America. We also have Pain, Saw, MIBR, and Big, who are more like mid-tier gatekeepers. No offense, I really think that they can take down some top dogs, but I don't really believe that we can see them in the finals, you know? And lastly, we have FlyQuest, the real underdog. On paper, they're not much of a threat, but they've got one big advantage: home turf and home fans. The crowd will be cheering for them, so maybe they can surprise us. I think it might happen. Guys, let us know in the comments below who's your pick to take the trophy. And that's all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button to follow the channel and leave a comment below, because it really helps us to develop. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.